Well, the roadshow typically is 5 to 6 days virtually. It's a little bit longer when it's traveling around, and you're doing anywhere from 5 to 8 meetings a day. Each meeting has typically one institutional investor, and some have anywhere from 5 to 20 on a call. So quite a bit over the last few weeks, but then the journey actually started a long time before. With respect to kind of meeting a lot of these firms, and analyst conferences, bus tours, them also going on the road before. It's called non-deal roadshow, testing the waters, and so ultimately to get to this point today. Splunk was architected at a different era, and they've done a phenomenal job of building a business around customers who want to manage software and get insights into logs. We, on the other hand, we were always purpose-built for that next generation of customers and, more importantly, cloud era. And we started more than a decade ago to develop that strategy. And not just with the lens of security, but also pushing left, or we call shift left, upstream into development. And so we really wanted to break down the barriers across development, operations, and security, or more formally, DevSecOps, to provide that intelligence and analytics platform for multiple use cases, but also address 3 really fundamental things to our mission. 1, support all data types. 2, enable ubiquitous access for users from the technical to the non-technical, from a developer who writes code to someone in the finance group or someone in customer success. And 3, this is also a huge differentiation against some of those other technologies that you may have talked about, is customers want an economic model of a service like this to match the business model of a cloud, right? And so in doing so, things around innovation in our tech allow us to innovate in our licensing and pricing so that you don't have the headache, the costs, and the challenges associated with building and managing software just so you can delight customers. First of all, they, like Sumo, are the archetypes of the future, meaning that we are trying to not only transform, but disrupt a huge category that exists that's shackled in the data center, like I mentioned. Secondly, what we share in common is our passion for data, but we actually have different types of data and use cases we serve. Our customers and users tend to be developers, DevOps, practitioners, security practitioners, right? We're not necessarily data warehouse technology. What we do also share in common is the need for taking that data and provide meaningful insights. In our case, however, we leverage machine learning and AI technology delivered as a service so that we can determine and detect patterns in the data so that we can surface up abnormalities and ultimately reduce the time it takes to get an answer to a problem you have. Like, this digital experience is down. We've had payment that's not been settled, or gosh forbid, we've had a fraud detection that's now caused potentially a breach. And we not only made sure that we took care of the health and safety of our employees, but also made sure that we delivered reliable and secure service for our customers. And in doing so, some of those who are in impacted industries who needed more flexibility because of our platform, we're able to leverage that, whether it's in the form of more data, more modules, and different payment terms, because we are a trusted partner, not a vendor. So on the flip side of that, we've also seen growth opportunities. There's other segments of our business where COVID has been a huge tailwind versus a headwind. And that tailwind is driven because what? Back to the digital, back to the cloud, back to ultimately delighting customers. And so certain industries like education and higher ed, streaming media services, retail, and a few more have actually seen more abnormal growth in their own usage, and therefore are needing a trusted partner because they need a more reliable platform to build on, and it's accelerating their transition to the cloud versus before they were holding back maybe a bit.